is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long. TV's up, the news is out, they finally found me. Renegade, who had it made, street for a bounty. Never more you go astray. This will be the end today of the one man.
A terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product is I.J. Harvey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 of the league in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
33 yards that time.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A short throw to Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Here's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Harvey. He is going nowhere in a hurry, as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, you know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
A short one caught by Barner.
Noah's pass.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. To throw is Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Broncos 14. Seahawks nothing.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
For the Broncos.
Shoves him aside. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. A solid stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll dump this off to Price. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
That's complete to his running back, Price. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw again. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
He's got him in, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now it's Nix. He'll buy some time right. And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0.
Seahawks nothing. Will Lutz to kick off.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
He'll get this to Price. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Matthew Golden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Seahawks 7.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
15 yards there on the scramble and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Broncos did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He completes this to Sutton. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Harvey. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 105 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll go. Here's Harvey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 11. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Nix to the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Seahawks 7. Will Lutz.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. On the return is Henderson. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. The The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
While we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Looking deep downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll drop to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity. They've got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
Here's Nix. Finds his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
The 14-yard line.
Here's Nix once more. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
They'll go play action with Nix. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Looks good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Seahawks 7. Will
Lutz now to kick this one away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
First down.
They'll look to throw. A short one caught by Barner. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A.J. Barner. First and goal, Seattle.
Genty. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ashton Genty taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to claw one back. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Looking to put a drive together. Up the middle, it's Harvey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tyke Smith on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Once more with Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 131 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, Harvey. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd down.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man right side is Cup, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A handoff. Here's Harvey. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Got a man wide open. It's Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Right back to Shaheed. He's got another one. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Matthew Golden. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Looking to put a drive together. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the
To throw is Nix. That's to the running back, R.J. Harvey.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Makes the score.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, partner. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Seahawks.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Broncos 56. Seahawks 27.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Nix to the air. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Battle. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Here's Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jalen Waddle with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Seahawks 33.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That's caught downfield. It's Golden.
Complete to Matthew Golden. A gain of 16 yards.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came